The Compulsive Gambler episode 2 was just as entertaining as the first episode to me. What I really like about this series is it's not focusing on one specific art of gambling. Every single episode it seems like we're going to be having a different card game, a different form of gambling, and just more over the top, just facial reactions, and just stakes that are being made here. What I really like is we have this main female who obviously has a fetish for making people her bitch, pretty much. We can definitely see that she gets off on the thrill of gambling, but also just putting other people down below her. But what I really like is even though there definitely is this fan service to it, it doesn't feel like that's all this show is. Something like Monogatari. Monogatari has a shit ton of fan service, but there's more to it than just fan service, and that's kind of how I feel with the Compulsive Gambler. But what I really like is with this main female, it does feel like she's probably always going to win, or she's going to win more times than not, but when she does win, it always has a good explanation. Either it makes sense because gambling does have luck, or it's because she's just goddamn skilled. In this case, we're playing double memory. Essentially, memory is where you have to basically flip a card, flip another card. If it matches up, you get a point and you can continue on. Double memory, there's 2 decks of cards, but the only way that you can make a pair is if you have the same number as well as the same suit. So if you have a 2 of spades, you have to flip another 2 of spades. The odds are completely against you, so you have to have good memory. And the person that she's going up against seems to also have pretty much identical memory to her, and she loses the first game, which is 20 million yen, I think it is, and that was a loaned amount that she gave her. But what I like is how she overcomes this, is she acts like she's so, distraught, like, oh my god, I don't understand how I lost, like, I have the same memory as you, just let's play one more game. But then the other fetish comes in, where this chick wants nails. She loves human nails. But what I like is because it seems like in this school, everyone loves their gambling, but it seems like a lot of them are cheaters, and this is the second cheater in the bunch, where essentially they're using brand new decks, but the thing with it is it's all pattern based on the backs there. And also it has heat recognition that after a couple, minutes, basically there will be a pattern that kind of comes and she can tell which cards are which, so she can match them up and make it look like she just has good memory. But our main female, she memorized the backs of the cards and the patterns within the first game, and because this girl is overconfident, she didn't have a different pattern for her different set of decks, because they're doing brand new decks, so it looks completely fair. I could see some people saying this is a little too ridiculous, but there are people with that good of memory. Like, it's rare, but the fact that we're focusing on a gambling school, which is it's just gambling, and we're gonna have a lead that has like an eidetic memory who can just, as soon as she sees something, she remembers it. Absolutely, it seems believable. It's just they escalate it with the facial reactions to give it that anime charm. And I like how when they're overcoming these impossible odds, and when she's foiling this plan of just like being a cheater, it does have a logical explanation, and then also matches up with the art of gambling itself, while also just having this sick and twisted side where all these characters in the school, with how they're putting other people below. If you are in so much debt, you're basically just a manservant or a female servant. But I absolutely love how the characters all seem to be so sick and twisted. I mean, this one female literally loves human nails, and she's betting human nails and wants to rip them off people. But our main female is even more sick and twisted in how she gets off on the thrill of gambling. And I could see some people maybe being turned off by that, but I think the way they're handling it is similar to things like Monogatari, where it just adds to the overall enjoyment, but it doesn't come off as just cheap sexual fan service. That's just a part of it because these are the type of characters these are, which is these types of characters would exist. Obviously, the whole nail situation and how much they're escalating some of these character archetypes is a little anime only, but it does feel like, just the thrill and how they get off on just basically the displeasure of other people, that exists. And I really like this series overall. I mean, it didn't look as pretty in terms of, episode 1's animation. There definitely was more dips that I saw, but it still has a really good art style that it's going for, and the facial reactions go above and beyond, and make it just seem so much more enjoyable than if we didn't have this over-exaggerated facial reactions. I'm loving the Compulsive Gambler. I think the voice acting with the facial reactions just bring another sort of life to this series, and I love the gambling, and I can't wait to see what other card games and what other matches we're going to see, because this main female loves the thrill of the game, and I'm really enjoying this. This definitely is my favorite show of the season so far. There's still a couple of other things that I want to watch here from this new season, but I just love everything about this show, and if it can keep this up for the remaining 10 episodes, I'll be more than happy. But let me know your thoughts on the Compulsive Gambler episode 2 down in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? And how did you think of her overcoming this odd of double memory and how she memorized the patterns on the back of the cards? I thought it was brilliant, and I loved how she faked out the whole of her crying and making her think that she lost unwillingly when in fact that she knew exactly what was going on. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And before you leave, smack that like button, show your support. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. So until next time, everyone, please take care and have a good one.